No topic left untouched. Much respect. Peace. DJ Echo here, represent No Topic Left Untouched. Just another episode here. Just want to sit down and relax, spend a little time, and talk about some real things that's been on my mind. As you can see, crew not here. That's normally with me. The 15s, Archically 1 and South Sage the 5th. You know, you're going to be seeing a new episode real soon with me and the Queen, where we going to do our own version of No Topic Left Untouched. But to get straight into it, not waste your time, not waste anybody's time, I wanted to do this private session today, or just I wanted to come to you guys just by myself and talk about why we have no topic left untouched. What was the spark that drove or why we here? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it, not waste your time. But one of the main reasons you see me, Articulate One and Sage, is because in the beginning of this, we had wanted to do this together. We had the vision of starting a podcast. This was years ago. I mean, I'm talking about way before many have got on this particular type of platform and utilized just, ingenuity and talking about the everyday thing. But situations happened at the time where we couldn't. However, there was a sacrifice that I made to make it happen on the pretense of I wasn't thinking about them at the time, but it was only right to include them. You know what I'm saying? September 11, 2020, I received a phone call from my cousin. Keep in mind, this particular day is his birthday. Expecting that as a big shindig that's about to go on. We're about to do something. I don't know what's about to happen, but I get a phone call from him, and he says to me, hey man, what's going on with what I'm hearing? What you hearing? What do you mean? He says to me that, man, you ain't heard or anything about what's going on with your daughter? Man, I don't know what he talking about at all. I say, of course, I'm lost. Totally clueless, right? Man, your ex-wife is on Facebook saying that your daughter is dead. Me being me, because look at it this way, and I can speak for a lot of people who have been in my situation and know what I'm talking about, but my daughter has had a cell phone for a long period of time, and I've not have any communication with my ex-wife. There's no need to conversate. There's no need to talk, right? So because there's no need to talk or have any type of conversation, I only conversate with my daughter. So I'm going to call my daughter when my cousin tells me something like this, right? Man, you know what I'm talking about. So I call my daughter. Her brother answers the phone, which has never happened, ever, in the existence of my daughter, and begins to tell me the story of what happened. Short story. He tells me that she was shot. They were shooting at him. Didn't give me locations or anything, but they were shooting, and she got hit with a bullet. And he watched her, when the bullet hit her, the last bit of air come out. My scream. Man. I remember screaming. Long story short, that moment I felt, and from what happened, made me want to do some things I never wanted to do, or I haven't wanted to. Let's just say this way: God's grace is sufficient, and my wife. This is how I know it's God. I have to say this. I had a whole mission of going to Texas with ammunition and weapons. Anybody know me? They know me, right? I had a whole ambition. We're talking about over. Need to be transparent because somebody need to hear this. Over 25 to close to 3,000. That was just me by myself. 3,000 rounds. That might not be nothing. It was somebody, but this was just my mind frame. And I was gonna drive to Fort Worth, Texas, and I wasn't gonna be by myself, so we're not even gonna accumulate everybody else's ammunition because I just participated in the ignorance. But to keep it just real, man, I wanted to do something that would take away my whole credibility of God has raised me to become today. What's so good about God's grace is that when I graduated from seminary a couple years ago. We had a real bad flight coming back home from that place in Washington, Tacoma, Washington. And when we came, and it was so bad that my wife, my children swore they would never fly again, right? However, for this particular situation, God put on her heart for us to fly. Well, that's exactly what we did. We ended up flying. Mad a little bit about it, but getting over it and understanding, and just the spirit taking over. We flew. Of course, when I got there, I had my second judgments, but what I'm saying all that to say this: that energy that I had inside me to go and want to go and do some damage, right? Because I shoot heavenly. Man, let me tell y'all something. I shoot heavenly. I practice heavenly. My wife and my children know how. They know how to shoot. We totally believe in the Second Amendment, and some may look at it as a bad thing. I could use it as a bad thing, but I'm not a felon. I still can use my rights, and the man, But the consideration of that energy going into doing something that would participate nothing in what you've already seen previously in the black on black genocide that I personally believe in. I'm just happy I didn't participate in that particular genocide. So the reality of it is that energy from her death, looking at it in all angles, the best thing to do was to voice it. The topics that's about to come up in these next sessions, we're about to get into the series that really is spark. It's the spark, and it's gonna be controversial. People gonna have their own feelings. They gonna bring in their own perspectives. That's cool. I appreciate it. But the reality of it is, my daughter's case is going cold. There's no justice. And the facts of the matter is this. It is cold because we have groomed ourselves, groomed our children, or we have been groomed by our forefathers, or whoever you want to call it, of the game or the streets. And what they've taught us is to not snitch, not to tell the truth, right? Let me ask you a question in that aspect. How many people have died, right? However, I'm not going to speak on the ones who were involved in the functions or whatever, codes went by, when you doing street things. I'm speaking for the ones who had no affiliation or had nothing to do with your BS. And they dead. They dead. They dead. They're dead. They're gone. They're on a t-shirt just like everybody else. Just a memory. But yet the parents still hurt. Just because you wouldn't tell the truth. So that's what this series is going to get into. It's going to be real deep. Hey, man. I'm not going to hold nothing back. I'm going to have a few people on. And we're going to deal with it. We're going to come from different perspectives. And I want to see their different mind perspectives. And I'm telling you, I'm bringing the 15s on. My wife is going to be on, hopefully, in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? But no topic left untouched is by the inspiration of bringing something positive on the thought process of the fact that my daughter is dead and justice will not be resolved based upon what was spoken to me because somebody won't tell the truth. And I can't deal with that. That's just not fulfilling for me. That just not sit right with me. And I can't have it. It doesn't work for me. That's not enough. That's not enough. Just for her it's not enough. 21 years old. Didn't bother nobody. Kept to herself. College student. So, what do? Continue to live by unwritten laws or make a change? You tell me. I'm lost. Totally lost. Peace.